I think everybody came out thinking there's a different way to go forward making films that are much more friendly to the environment. Bonjour, je suis Frank Doelger, le producteur de La Baisse. Avant La Baisse, j'étais le producteur de Game of Thrones et des autres séries pour HBO. There were no real animals used in the filming at all. There were no whales, no live creatures involved or endangered in any way. They were either created digitally or it was stock footage used in the filming at all. You can't do a series like The Swarm, which is about protecting and honoring the oceans and do any damage to the oceans. So we were very conscious to make sure that we did as little damage as possible. We were also very interested in proving that we could be a green production. And I was very pleased to find out that actually we finished. We got a very good rating from the agency that regulates and oversees such projects. And for me, it was the first time I had actually tried to do a green project. So when we decided we wanted to try to make a green project, we brought in some consultants, and I was surprised at the variety of answers we got. One of which, of course, was to reduce the vast number of plastic bottles that a crew uses. Anybody who's been on a film set, you will see scattered everywhere, crushed bottles, half-open bottles, bottles that have barely been drunk from. And we got rid of virtually all of those. Of course, during the pandemic and post-pandemic, it was a bit more complicated, but we managed. We found a way to use a lot fewer generators, to be much more cognizant of movements between locations. And the biggest decision we made was that the show itself takes place in Peru. It takes place in Canada, Northern Europe, Southern Europe, Japan. And at one point, we had a plan to go to all those locations. We thought that was unconscionable. We couldn't actually fly that many people and a crew to that many places. So we found a much smaller group of locations, mostly in Northern and Southern Italy, sent very small second units at the locations. And I think we reduced not only the cost of the project, but the amount of travel. And certainly, I would think our carbon footprint was also greatly reduced. And it was fascinating the dozens of small things that you can do, which actually don't take time, don't cost money. It just requires a different way of thinking. So it was a very good experiment and experience for all of us involved in the project. And I think everybody came out thinking there's a different way to go forward making films that are much more friendly to the environment.